Welcome back, Game King family, to another F1 Clash video, and we're here for our boost guide video for the Easter event. We should have done this video from Tuesday, but we're just getting to do it now. Alright, so we're going to be looking at the Easter event and see what's the best boost for you guys to use in your qualifiers, your opening round, and your final round to get the most points you can get possible. Alright, so first up we have United States. We see it's 40% wet at Miami, and for that it's going to be speed and corners. For Miami, if it's dry, and it's going to be speed and corners for Miami if it's wet. However, if it's wet, you want to be selecting wetness ability boost other than regular speed and corner boost. All right, so that's it for Miami. All right, next up we have Singapore coming in with a 33% chance of rain. And for Singapore, if it's dry, then it's going to be corners and grip. However, if it's wet, it's going to be speed and corners with wetness ability for Singapore. All right. Next up, we have Australia coming in fully dry. And for dry Australia, it's going to be corners and grip. And next track up is going to be Brazil. And for dry Brazil, it's going to be speed and corners. So make sure you're selecting those boosts that gives you those speed and those corners for Brazil, and those boosts that gives you corners and grip for Australia. All right, so now moving on to the opening round. Pardon me here, a little drafty. Moving on to the opening round, we see Zandvoort, Netherlands, coming up for the first race. And it's going to be 100% wet, and for that you want to get speed and corners with wetness ability. So the boosts like the Hex, the Tune, the Exception, the Prince works really well for that track. All right, next up is France. 25% chance of rain at France. If it's dry France, you want to go for corners and grip. If it's wet France, you want to go for speed and corners with wetness ability for France. All right. After that, we see Baku coming in with a 71% chance of rain. It's very rare you see Baku coming in for wet races. So if it's dry, then it's going to be corners and speed, and if it's wet, it's still going to be corners and speed with wetness ability. All right, so have fun at Baku. I'm definitely going to be having fun at Baku if it's a wet race, because it's very rare you get a wet race at Baku. All right, next up we have Bahrain coming in at corners and grip for the Bahrain track. Then we have Austria, and Austria is coming in at corners and speed, and that is where you're going to get your fastest lap for the opening round and the final round as well. So make sure you go your main driver that you're looking to get the fastest lap with, go for top speed boost, and then you could go like corners with your second driver, or you could go with another speed boost if you choose to. Make sure to check out our video on how to get the fastest lap to see the correct boost to use with the correct setup at Austria, so you could get the fastest lap. All right. Next up we have the United Kingdom, and this is one of the tracks where it's speed and corners if it's wet, and speed and corners if it's dry. So for speed and corners, it is for the United Kingdom. All right, then we have the UAE, Abu Dhabi, and that's going to be corners and grip for dry Abu Dhabi. Then we have Saudi Arabia coming in at Jeddah with 9% chance of rain here. 9%. Sometimes these 9% low percentage chance of rain are most likely bipolar weather, so we possibly see some bipolar weather at Jeddah, possibly. So make sure to keep an eye on the weather when you're going for your Jeddah race. However, it's speed and corners if it's dry, and it's also speed and corners with wetness ability if it is wet. All right, so that's basically it for the boost guide video. Hopefully these tips help you guys to select the best boost possible for your event, so you can possibly try and score as much as you can. And as I said before, if you have not gotten your Champions GP win P1 If it doesn't look possible that you're going to get that P1, make sure to drop down to contenders and get that contenders win so you can get that 70%. And that 70% will do a lot for you in your season score. All right. So that's basically gonna be it for this one. Use code word thank you down below to let me know that you made it to this portion of the video. Really appreciate you guys who watch the full videos for all your support. And that's basically gonna be it for this one. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. Walk good, guys. Bye. Shout out to Vid Mantis, Alfredo Jr., Touch My Dilly, and Xavier Magni.